$5 a day. In fact, there were books. See Europe on $5 a day.
Oh, yes. The Froma Guide.
Yeah.
Remember the Froma Guide?
Well, they still have guides.
Yes, but it's not $5 a day now.
I think it's $100 a day. Okay, but ask her where she went after Rome, after those 6 months.
Where did you go after Rome?
I went back to England and took any job I could and saved up, and then I came to Spain.
All right, so she went to England and she took any job she could to save up. To save up means to save money for a specific purpose. To save is to save. You save money. It's recommended to save money every month a little bit. But to save up for is to save up for a specific purpose. Right, Nacho? Right.
Así son las clases de nuestros cursos intensivos residenciales.
All right, now we're going to practice some phone English. Are you ready? Translate the following sentences. Hola, ¿en qué puedo ayudarle?
Hello, how can I help you?
Very good. Me gustaría hablar con el señor Roberts, por favor.
I'd like to speak with Mr. Roberts, please.
Very good, Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Roberts.
Very good. ¿Puedo hablar con marketing, por favor?
Can I speak with marketing, please?
Very good. Le paso.
I'll put you through.
I'll put you through.
I'll put you through.
I'll put you through. All right, I'll put you through. Le paso con él.
I'll put you through to him.
Very good. I'll put you through to him. Por favor, espere.
Please hold on.
Please hold on.
Please hold on.
Very good. Por favor, no cuelgue el teléfono.
Please don't hang up the phone.
Please don't hang up the phone. Very good. Great. Now we're going to do a role play exercise. Pedro,
Imagínate esto durante 5 días súper intensivos, conviviendo con tus profesores con clases 100% método Vaughan. Por fin tu inglés estará a la altura de tu puesto de trabajo. Vente a uno de nuestros intensivos residenciales y en tan solo 5 días pondrás a punto tu inglés. También disponible en versión fin de semana. Intensivos residenciales de Vaughan. La solución a tu problema con el inglés. Más información en el 91-133-5833 o en grupovaughan.com.
Apunta alto, llega más lejos. Si estás buscando algo que te abra puertas en tu futuro profesional, haz un máster que realmente merezca la pena. Haz el máster en inglés profesional de Vaughan. En solo 5 meses saldrás perfectamente preparado o preparada para comunicarte en inglés en el trabajo. Más información en el 91-133-5833 o en grupovaughan.com.
All right, we're back. Okay. We're talking about Italy. We're talking about Gilliana. Gilliana's a special guest this morning. She is from the UK, originally from Liverpool, but she left Liverpool for good at the age of 19. Mm-hmm. And then she has had since then a life of adventure. Yeah. Her life and miracles, as in Spanish, miracles, su vida y milagros. Her life and miracles. And we're finding out, we're digging and digging into her past. And we're going to learn something. You always learn lessons. Okay, so she spent 6 months in Rome. Well, the first 3 months in Perugia, which is in Umbria. By the way, Umbria doesn't touch the Adriatic. I thought it did.
No.
All right. Umbria is smaller than I thought. Ask me what's the most important place in Umbria.
What's the most important place in Umbria?
Place. All right. Well, that's an interesting question. I would say Assisi.
Assisi.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Assisi?
No, never.
Yes, you have. St. Francis of Assisi?
Okay, then. Yes.
Yeah. Here they don't say Assisi. In Spanish, they say Asís. They take off the last syllable. San Francisco de Asís. Mm-hmm. We say St. Francis of Assisi. And the name of the town it's very small. Well, it's relatively small. Perugia is much more important economically and Perugia is beautiful. Yeah. Look at that picture. Look at these pictures of Perugia. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really nice. It's a hill town. Ask me why towns were built on hills.
Why were cities built? Sorry.
Why were cities or towns built on hills? Come on.
Why were towns built on hills?
2 reasons. First reason was water drainage. And the second was, of course, defense. Mm-hmm. All right. People usually think it was for defense. It was. But the main reason was when, it's easy water drainage. Back then, they didn't have sewage systems. How do you say un sistema de alcantarillado?
Swiss system.
Yeah, sewer. S-E-W-E-R. Yeah, have you ever been in the sewers of Paris?
No, never.
You've never. Yeah, there's the sewers of Paris, okay? That's a sewer. Ask me how to spell it.
How do you spell it?
Well, spell it for me, okay?
Okay. S-E-W-E-R.
Sewer. And when I said first a sewage system, I don't know how to spell it. Yeah, sewage system. And so that's one of the most important things a city government needs to do, and people never realize it. It's the dirty work. And then they don't get elected the next time, but they've improved the sewage system in the city, which is more important than all the rest. But nevertheless, getting back to our good friend Juliana. So she spent 3 months in Perugia, then 6 months in Rome. Wow. Ask her if she lived near the Spanish Steps.
Did you live near the Spanish Steps?
I don't remember. I lived in Via Nomentana, which was one of the major roads. And I lived in a little vincolo. I had 3 addresses in Rome, 3 different addresses.
All right.
I had a very emotional time in Rome.
Ask her why she had an emotional time.
Why did you have an emotional time?
I fell in love with a Roman.
With a Roman?
With a Roman.
Ask her if they finally broke up.
Did you break up? Did you
Finally.
Did you finally break up?
We did, after his estranged wife tried to strangle me.
Wow. Yeah, ask her if she almost died.
Did you almost die?
I actually thought, in my mind as it was happening, I thought, what a way to die in a little room in Rome. Those were my actual thoughts, and I have written about it.
Which means, don't be careful. Ask her if she knew he was married.
Did you know he was married?
Yes, but he was estranged. He was separated from his wife. I did not break up the marriage. In fact, his wife had been unfaithful to him and gone off with her lover. And when the relationship split, she wanted her husband back. But of course, there was a problem because he was with me.
All right. Okay, and ask her if that's why she returned to the UK.
Is that the reason?
Is that why?
Is that why you came back?
You went back.
You went back to
England.
To England.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Really?
I was devastated.
All right. Yeah.
And I vowed never to get involved with a married man again, and I never have.
All right.
Okay.
So ask her how long...
That was pre-divorce, of course. In Italy, in those days, you could not get a divorce. It wasn't. Remember, it's very important.
In Spain as well, not until the early 80s.
That's right.
During the first González government, the divorce law was introduced. Francisco Fernández Ordóñez, a very important man. And I would say he's probably as important as anybody in the transition and in the early years of Spanish democracy, post-Franco. This man, under the Suarez government, he was the person who created the personal income tax here in this country. And then under next, he was the Minister of Justice and introduced the divorce law, which is extremely important for the social fabric of the country. But getting back to our story here. Okay, so she went back to the UK. Ask her how long she was back in England.
How long were you back in England?
Gosh,
for many years.
No. I got a job. I can't remember what years we're talking about, but
late 60s.
Possibly, no. It
67.
would be about 67, 68. I ended up working for a tour operator because you could get travel concessions. And after a trip to Portugal, I got it in my mind that I wanted to emigrate to Brazil. I fell in love with the Portuguese language and the bossa nova.
After learning some Italian, Portuguese came a little bit easier.
Absolutely. I studied Portuguese with the Casa do Brasil, which was under the auspices of the Brazilian embassy. And This was after just 1 week in Portugal, because when I worked for the company, which was the third largest tour operator in the UK, called Global Tours, I got a complimentary trip. We would call it a field trip to Lisbon and Oporto. Okay. And I decided, so I studied Portuguese for 1 week out of the Berlitz phrase book. And a repetition, and by the time I got to Portugal, I was speaking Portuguese.
Okay. And ask her how long she stayed in Portugal.
How long did you stay in Portugal?
1 week.
For only 1 week, okay. The Berlitz week.
Berlitz week.
All right, ask her if she was in Lisbon or in Oporto.
Were you in Lisbon or in Oporto?
Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Yeah.
Mainly Lisbon, but I believe from photographs in my memory, on the screen of my mind, I think I'd also got to Oporto.
All right, good. Ask her what she did after that week.
What did you do after that week?
Well, I went back to my job. By this time I had become a travel agent, and I already spoke French, Italian, Spanish via the Italian. And now I had a smattering of Portuguese, and my aim was to get to Brazil.
She had a smattering of Portuguese. What's that?
A smattering.
A smattering.
Smattering.
She had a smattering of Portuguese. Ask her what a smattering means.
What does smattering mean?
I had a little knowledge.
Okay.
In other words, I could use basic phrases.
She had notions of Portuguese. They say in Spanish. Nociones.
Yes? Okay.
Notions.
Not in English.
Rudimentary notions, rudimentary knowledge. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Notions.
The basics. I had the basics.
All right. Mm-hmm. The basics. It's a Greek word.
Greek word.
Yeah.
Is
all
it?
these.
Is it?
Yeah. Acoustics, dynamics, basics, mathematics, any CS that didn't go through Latin.
I speak
it's
Greek. I studied Greek.
Ancient.
No.
Okay. Well, she studied everything. Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, Greek.
Great.
All right. It's all Greek to me. Me suena chino. When you say in Spanish, me suena chino, that expression, it sounds Chinese to me. The Spaniards say it sounds Chinese to me. We say it's all Greek to me.
Yes.
It's all Greek.
And you could even buy a T-shirt which says that. And then it gives the words. I've got a photograph on my telephone of the T-shirt.
Okay. It's all Greek to me. And when you say a bad word, a swear word or something you shouldn't say.
Which you always learn first in a foreign language.
We say in English, at least we say in the U.S., excuse my French.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't say that in English.
Oh, yeah. He said, coming to this radio every morning at 7:30, it's a rain and there's excuse my French.
Okay.
Oh, we don't know.
Very common.
Very interesting.
Interesting. Perdone mi francés. So, but in any case, I think we have less than a minute. Okay. But ask her how many years, ask her how many years she lived in England working as a travel agent.
How many years were you in England working as a travel agent? Agent.
2 years.
All right. Well, we'll be right back.